Hello, and welcome to Chabot News for September 27, 2017. My name is Robert, and in today's news, we will be covering the latest on the Las Vegas shooting, the Raiders' recent loss, and rapper Eminem's recent diss at Donald Trump. All that and more on Chabot News. Las Vegas police offered new details Monday about the minutes leading up to last week's deadly mass shooting. In revision to the original timeline of October 1st massacre, authorities revealed that the terrorist, Stephen Paddock, shot a security guard in the hallway outside his Mandalay Bay suite at 9:59 p.m., 6 minutes before he opened fire out the window. Officers reached the 32nd floor, where Paddock was staying in room 135 at 10:17, 2 minutes after he stopped shooting. They found the security guard 1 minute later at 10:18 p.m., and he pointed them to Paddock's room. Officers did not enter the Paddock suite until 11:20 p.m., more than an hour after he fired his last shots. They found the shooter dead of what they described as a self-inflicted gunshot wound. With these constant changes to the timeline, people are wondering, when will the real truth come out? The massive, fast-moving California wildfires that have killed at least 15 people came with hardly any warning, spreading into neighborhoods when residents were sleeping. Many homeowners were unaware that they would need to flee for safety. 17 wildfires, some fanned up to 50 miles per hour wind gusts, have forced about 25,000 residents to evacuate and destroyed at least 2,000 homes and commercial buildings. Upcoming increases in wind speeds could complicate the containment efforts, as these fires have already torched 100,000 acres of land in California's Wine County. Now, we're going to throw it over to Victor, who has information about Chabot's upcoming transfer day.
Hey Gladiators! Today is transfer day, and representatives from over 45 colleges and universities, including California State University, University of California, Berkeley, and private independent institutions throughout California, as well as a few out-of-state institutions, will be here to provide information about majors, transfer admissions requirements, transfer student scholarships, housing, financial aid, student life, and much more at this annual transfer event happening from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Chabot cafeteria. Come on down to ask questions to help you out on what college you want to transfer to. Now back to you, Robert.
Thanks, Victor. Now here's Will with entertainment.
A new trailer for Star Wars: The Last Jedi has finally arrived. Disney aired the latest look at Rian Johnson's upcoming film during Monday Night Football's halftime show. The Last Jedi is the 8th installment in the main Star Wars saga series, set just after 2015's The Force Awakens. That film successfully rebooted fan interest in the franchise, even while leaving its characters in a bit of a precarious position. At the end of Awakens, Daisy Ridley's Rey finally meets up with Mark Hamill's Luke Skywalker. But as the previous trailer has hinted, Luke may not be the savior she was expecting. Star Wars: The Last Jedi opens in theaters on December 15th. Tickets for the film now are on sale. Marshall Mathers, formerly known as rapper Eminem, delivered quite the political statement during his freestyle cypher at the BET Hip Hop Awards. The rapper Eminem unleashed a 4-minute freestyle that took aim at the POTUS. He addressed the NFL protests, hurricane-ravaged Puerto Rico, and the border wall. NFL player Colin Kaepernick took to Twitter tweeting, "I appreciate you," after Eminem addresses his gratitude for using Kaepernick's platform to give those with no voice a chance to be heard. He also had a message for his fans who support Trump. "Any fan of mine who's a supporter of his, I'm drawing in the sand. You're either for or against." He then ends his freestyle with, "We love our military and we love our country, but we hate Trump." Following this freestyle, many rumors of when Eminem is set to deliver his new album on November 17th have surfaced. Nothing has been confirmed yet. That's all for entertainment today. Back to you, Robert.
Movie mogul and big-time classic movie maker Harvey Weinstein is currently under fire from sexual harassment allegations and is now entering a treatment facility for sex addiction. Gwyneth Paltrow and Angelina Jolie are among the Hollywood A-listers who have alleged that Weinstein actually harassed them in his company. To top it all off, while under fire from a growing number of alleged sexual harassment rumors, his wife, Georgina Chapman, made a public announcement that he is leaving him and stated, "My heart breaks for all the women who have suffered tremendous pain because of all these unforgivable actions. I have chosen to leave my husband." Harvey is currently seeking professional help in the wake of his massive and ongoing sexual harassment and assault scandal, in which dozens of women have come forward to accuse him of abuse over the course of decades. Now, here's Avier covering the construction on Chabot's campus.
Thanks, Robert. Construction around Chabot is still ongoing as they are trying to strengthen the Grand Court Arcade to make Chabot safer for students, staff, faculty, and the public. Since starting in September, it would take until February 2018 to complete. Construction is working around the clock, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The noise hopefully isn't too disruptive to classes, and they are trying to minimize noise as much as possible. Clear signage for alternative routes to classrooms and handicap access to buildings will be available. Now back to you, Robert.
Thanks, Avier. That sure is a lot of heavy lifting going on. Now, here's Jasmine with sports.
Thanks, Robert. The Oakland Raiders in their 2-0 start, a distant memory as they continue their losing streak Sunday after playing the Baltimore Ravens. The game ended with a score of 30-17, becoming the Raiders' third straight loss so far this season. The setback came as an alarming surprise to many, and fans' early predictions of challenging the Patriots for supremacy in the AFC becomes nothing more than a heartwarming thought. "I don't even know what to say," running back Jalen Richards said in the quiet of the Raiders locker room. "It's like a bad shock. We just keep getting our ass whooped. It's just going to come down to when are we going to get tired of getting our ass whooped." The Golden State Warriors are back in States after enjoying a week-long stay in China. After being chosen as the NBA Ambassadors of the West, the Warriors spent a full week overseas, missing their opportunity to go through a complete training camp like other NBA teams. At first, Coach Steve Kerr was a bit worried about the brief vacation, but after coming back, he believes that the team is ready for action. Granted, they get a few days extra of rest to fight off jet lag. When asked if he was worried that the team would have a slow start to the season, team member Kevin Durant replied, "We're a veteran group. The game is second nature now, especially when you got an offense like ours." That wraps it all up for sports this week. Back to you, Robert.
Thanks, Jasmine. 3 people were shot inside an Uber vehicle, including the driver, when an assailant opened fire on the SUV Sunday morning on Interstate 880 in Oakland, prompting investigators to close the freeway for several hours. The shooting happened around 4:15 a.m. when a group of 3 partygoers in an SUV got into the southbound lanes of the freeway near 23rd Avenue, California Highway, patrol officers said. As the Uber driver's Toyota Highlander continued down I-80, someone in a second vehicle opened fire on it, a targeted attack on passengers. 3 men in the Toyota, including the Uber driver, were shot. One of the passengers, presumably one who was shot, drove the SUV and the injured man to a nearby hospital. Investigators do not believe the driver was targeted in the shooting. That wraps it up for Chabot News this week. Thanks to all the students and staff in the Mass Communication Department here at Chabot College making this production possible. You can watch us anytime online at youtube.com/ChabotTV. Stay tuned to KCTH Channel 27 for more Chabot TV.